Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, your host. Part of the Lake Sunapee Protective Association's mission is to track the condition of the waters in our lakes and watershed. Let's hear about one of the tools they use. Hi, Elizabeth.
Yeah, we're really excited this year to have had a very generous donor who has made it possible for us to invest in a brand new buoy. So Lake Sunapee Protective Association has had a water quality buoy that has monitored water quality and weather data on Lake Sunapee since 2007. It's one of the ways that we are able to gather data continuously and to make that data available for us in our work here at LSPA, but also to scientists that are working at Dartmouth, at Virginia Tech, and our collaborators throughout the world. So through a network called GLEON, we're able to share that data with lake scientists all over the world so that they can better understand how lake ecosystems function and how we can use that information to better preserve and enhance the environmental quality of Lake Sunapee with a special focus on water quality. So it's been exciting to be able to launch that new equipment. We have two fellows from Virginia Tech that are joining us this summer to help install the new buoy and to maintain all of the new electronic equipment and get that up and running. So we were able to launch that. It's out at its site by Loon Island where the old buoy used to be, and it will allow us to collect even more data than we've been able to before. We're able to collect data on oxygen levels. We can see lake turnover, and we collect data on temperature. So it gives us a sense of the temperature profile all the way from the surface down to the deeper part of the lake. And 2 times a year, there's a turnover event, and that really changes where oxygen is occurring, the different levels of the lake. And that has a big impact on the ecosystem of the lake, on the fish populations, their availability to access oxygen. And then also factors like, we're trying to understand cyanobacteria populations. And so some of the data that we get from the buoy gives us a better understanding of what nutrients are in the lake that might be feeding those populations. And it gives us a sense of whether the work that we're doing in the terrestrial part of the watershed, up on the shores, on land, is having the impact that we want it to on our lake to try to reduce the amount of nutrients that are entering into the lake. So it allows us to collect data for management purposes for the work that we're doing here at LSPA, and then also to inform lake science more broadly. So the lighthouses are such an iconic feature of Lake Sunapee, and over time the state who owns them decided that they just didn't have the resources to invest in maintaining them. Because they're such an important part of this landscape, LSPA asked to have the right to maintain them. So through legislative action, we were able to get the rights in the 80s to maintaining the lighthouses. And for the most part, that's involved, painting and repairing the roof, and occasionally we've had some bigger repairs that have needed to be done. Over the years, the cribs have been replaced on the Herrick Cove and Burkhaven lighthouses using timber cribs, and now we've reached a point where those need to be replaced again. And we've decided that this time around we'd like to use a different approach, that we're going to use steel framing instead of the timber framing, which doesn't last as long. So we really wanted a long-term approach. It's much more expensive to do that, but the life cycle cost is lower. So with the improvements that we're planning on undertaking this summer and next summer, those cribs that are supporting the lighthouses should last for 60 plus years. So it will take a big fundraising effort. We've had a lot of generous donations already. So our fundraising is off to a strong start, but we have a fundraising goal of 1.3 million to be able to do all of the work that we want to on the Herrick Cove and Burkhaven lighthouses this summer and next summer. So we know that there's a lot of strong support for the lighthouses in the community, and we're confident that we'll be able to raise the funds to take good care of the lighthouses. We would love for you to visit our website and learn more about the lighthouses, the project that we have underway. We're actually excited to be launching a new website with a lot more information. You can go to our website to find information about upcoming events. We have a lot of events that are free and open to the public. And also, we're open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and we welcome people to drop in and see the center, to visit Moses, our turtle, and to see our watershed table. That's a good illustration of where we live and the work that we're trying to do.
Thanks, Elizabeth, and thanks to the LSPA for their work keeping on top of our beautiful water assets. When we return, we'll meet Chris and Crystal Hudon, the new owners of the public market in Warner. That's up here next on Yankee Chronicle, so stay tuned.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.